You're doing really well. It's come together nicely. Yeah, excellent. Cheers, guys. Thanks a lot.
All right, then. Thank
Matthew,
you.
it's over to you.
Thank you very much, Darren. I'm here with That Jim and Fox30. Guys, you've not sort of run off stage. You've kind of slowly sauntered off stage and made your way into the studio. Thanks for coming. Clap them in, guys. They've just announced a brand new game. Let's talk Chronicle. Even that. Don't open the book, because I'm sure all kinds of things will come out.
Lots of sand will come out.
Yeah,
it's like algorithm.
Too much magic.
Like,
make a right mess. So it's out now. You've changed your T-shirts. You can talk about it finally.
Yep, it's been not that long time coming, actually. It's been all of the last few months we've been pushing towards this.
You seem to have developed it in like weeks.
It's been really, really fast. It's been an absolutely amazing effort from the team, and they're all here today. And so we hope that everyone here at RuneFest can go and speak to them.
I know we've torn you away from the sort of playtest room. What are you seeing? Oh, he's back. He's back.
Hello. Oh, don't mind me, carry on.
Like a peacock crossed with a fox. Dived in there. What have you seen in the playtest room? What's the initial response been to Chronicle?
Well, we haven't actually been in the.
We haven't had a chance.
We've come from the main stage straight over here. So
Okay.
We can see through the glass though, and it's so
good.
nice because we've had it all blacked out so no one can go in there and see in there. And now it's all down. It's amazing to see all of that open, and it looks like there's a lot of people there. Because obviously we're kind of like, it's just our little game that we hope people come and check out, and there's a lot of people in there. It looks good.
For everyone who's watching on the stream, where can they go to find out information right now? Is there a website they can log on to?
There is a website, yeah, so www.rschronicle.com. And also there's a new Twitter feed which has just launched as well. Should have been retweeted on the...
@RS Chronicle.
Exactly, yeah. And the hashtag is the same as well. Get it trending.
Superb stuff. Can I hold the tome?
Oh, I don't know. Is that allowed?
Is that allowed?
It's okay. It's okay.
You've already said you can open it.
Just
all the sand will go onto it.
Don't open
careful with it.
Don't open it.
Mod Stewie will get upset if you damage it.
Whoa! I can feel the power of the tome already.
Don't open it! Don't open it! Ah!
Amazing.
We've got loads of questions coming on Twitter for you guys. Obviously,
Fantastic.
the wealth of information you've got on it and the desire for it is huge. Philip Whitehouse, how long does a game take to play out?
So we wanted to create something which was going to be really short and really kind of bite-sized and allow the players to kind of not, spend 40 minutes playing a single game. So our games currently are like a couple minutes, maybe?
Yeah,
like
between
3
and 5 minutes here and there. It's a nice bite-sized piece of gameplay, and it depends how good you are, really.
Yeah.
Modley was saying that some people might second screen it, play RuneScape on one screen and Chronicle on another. Was that the idea when you...
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. So we wanted to make sure that it sat alongside RuneScape, that it didn't take you away from the main game, and that you could sit and have your grinding session, your chopping logs, or your mining any ore that you want to get, and in between those things you can have a quick game of Chronicle as well and have that on the other side. So we know that people do dual screen at the moment and play in Windows, so we want to make sure that if you want to switch to something else, you can come play Chronicle as well.
That's really exciting. Kathy says, will there be an option for a physical card game? That would be awesome.
So it's interesting because we started making this as a physical card game, and we soon got to the point where we need to make this digitally and carry on with it effectively. So in principle, it could work.
I think it will.
I don't know if anyone would want to buy the card game we've currently got.
Why?
It's scraps of paper that have got
post-it notes even.
Post-it notes as well, yeah. It's still fun. It's still fun, and that's what made us bring it into digital. We really want to get everything made up anyway for the team, and then hopefully we can potentially make it a physical card game as well. There's no reason why it couldn't be. I think it might be quite difficult to make all the boards build out of books, but I'm sure there's a way.
There's a way.
Animatronics.
There's always a way. It's 2014,
exactly.
mate.
Yeah.
Just use magic. That's what I do.
It's a way for anything.
Magic.
It must be really interesting for you guys in development. You've mentioned you've already got your own sort of crude set of cards. That must highlight so many different things that maybe a sort of a digital version wouldn't, while you're physically playing, when it comes to the development of the game.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. So there were issues in the physical game about your ability to understand things. It's nicer having a computer just play it all out, and you don't have to keep track of the numbers and all this kind of stuff. Basically, it makes it a lot nicer.
You don't have to do the maths.
No,
it's nice.
Yeah.
But it's a great way to start
It's
out.
a little bit of maths, but it's fine.
Nothing too taxing.
No, nothing at all. No.
Zimu of MG, can we get Chronicle book override in RuneScape?
We'll have to see. That'll be up to the main RuneScape team. But we wanted to try and get some of the visuals in there for sure. Yeah.
We're definitely interested as well about how this has a presence in RuneScape.
Yeah.
So we talked a little bit about the idea of having cards maybe in RuneScape to give it a bit of connection and be able to play it alongside it. But what we'll start to do is talk more with the RuneScape team themselves and see how we want to integrate this.
It could be interesting, you know, you might head into a tavern somewhere and play a game with someone. It might be nice to just dive in and dive out.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll get the devs on it. They'll sort it. They made this pretty quick.
So Matt says this is what we should do.
Exactly.
Lewis says, will they be adding Robert the Strong and his Panther, the greatest hero of Gillingham?
That is the thing we're most looking forward to in terms of how the game's going to develop, is taking all of the great characters from the RuneScape universe and starting to convert them into the Chronicle versions so that we can have new stats for them, kind of make sure that they really come to life in this new game. And he'll definitely do that.
We are absolutely spoilt for choice.
Yeah.
RuneScape has got so much lore, so much content in there. Basically, we don't have meetings where it's just like scratching our heads thinking, what can we fit in here? It's more like, how selective do we have to be? It's amazing. It's great.
Apologies if you already chatted about this before I came, but I was wondering, is it possible for a player to transplant their avatar from RuneScape into Chronicle?
So it's an interesting one, because we made a decision relatively early on that we wanted the players to have a different type of experience when they came into Chronicle. So instead of taking your character through the game, that's something very much rooted in RuneScape itself. So we wanted to give them a different experience. So instead, they're going to be able to take control of some of the greatest legends within the RuneScape lore instead. So they can play as the Raptor at the moment, they can also play as Linza, and we want to get some new ideas about what characters they feel should be in the game as well. But most importantly is when you launch Chronicle for the first time, whether it be at home on your mobile or tablet next year, that you'll be able to do that with your RuneScape account. So when you log in, it'll be the same account that you always use. It just won't be the same character that you use within RuneScape.
I mean, I guess you could kind of imagine that Chronicle is a game that the characters of RuneScape might play.
Exactly. This is you as a player getting to decide the adventures which they go on within inside Gillingham. And that's just brilliant. We enjoy that so much.
It's really exciting.
Perfect Moi has asked a very polite question. What's the max level, and how does one find a suitable opponent?
Interesting question.
Yeah,
good question.
Perfect Moi. The max level at the moment has yet to be decided.
We haven't decided it, basically. Yeah.
So
we're keeping it quite open.
It's unlimited at the moment.
Yeah. So 9 billion.
Yeah. I think we'd probably like to emulate RuneScape as much as we can to make sure when the players come through that it has the same kind of feeling. So obviously 99 is one of the big things, but we'll see what fits best for Chronicle, and how the leveling is going to work with that will be dependent on how that game evolves. And then what was the second part? There was another part to that question.
How does one find a suitable opponent?
Well, hopefully by the time that everyone else gets the chance to play it, we'll have a lovely matchmaking system that will put players together depending on their experience and that leveling that we'll have as well.
Today here in the playtest room, you're playing like local, aren't you?
Exactly, yeah. So that it's used as a simpler type of connection. But players now can, if they want to play each other, they can create their own little server and play against people within RuneFest itself. So it's pretty cool.
Lovely
It's
stuff.
like having a new birth in the room, isn't it?
It's really exciting, actually. I mean, the buzz today has been unbelievable, building up to the reveal, because we all knew about it.
We've been itching to talk about this for ages, basically.
Yeah.
I was too terrified to talk to anybody at RuneFest this morning.
We've just been hid away in our little room.
I was terrified that I wanted to go, Chronicle, at them. So it's fantastic to have it out in the open, and now we can start really talking to players and actually getting their input to really help us kind of put this, craft this and make it a magnificent game.
And the fact that so many of the players are here as well to give their feedback straight away is really cool.
Absolutely. There's only so much me and Jim and the team can decide. Is like we really want to get players involved and make this game something which they love.
Sure. Okay, Mykins wants to know, will cards be earnable to be bought via bonds or microtransactions?
Well, I mean, that's one of the things we're starting to have discussions with the players with and see what direction we want to take that side of things. In the game will be 100% you can earn card packs within the game for free. It's a free-to-play game, but we want to make sure that we're giving all the tools that we can for the players to buy the card packs throughout their experience. So we'll see how that evolves, and we'll work with the players to make sure we give them the right experience.
So what you're saying really is you've got the idea, you've got the structure, you've got the game essentially, but all the innards and the workings of it are still very much up in the air, and it there's so much to play with, I guess.
Yeah, so we know it works. No, the core idea works. It's fun. It's exciting. It's really interesting to play, and it feels really original as well, which is a really good thing.
And it makes a lot of sense as well.
Absolutely. But at the same time, we've still got quite a large bank of ideas of different things we want to try with it, and to make it the best possible experience.
And you know, for a lot of people, this is going to be perhaps maybe their first time they've dipped their toe in the RuneScape universe.
Yep.
How have you made this still accessible for people that haven't played RuneScape at all?
So while it obviously emulates RuneScape as best it can, it's still its own standalone game. So even if you don't have a RuneScape account, you'll still be able to log into Chronicle, create an account through that, and play the game. And we feel that the RuneScape factor of it is a massive one, but we also think that the gameplay stands alone by itself and is a really exciting experience. So we think that it will appeal to people outside of the RuneScape community as well. But it's RuneScape first.
Okay, we've got a question from Stefan Couchy. What is Chronicle made in? Unity? Custom?
Well, I mean, if you count the paper prototypes, Post-it notes.
Post-it notes, yeah. I don't know, is that a brand?
Paper.
It's made out of paper, yeah. Magic and paper.
With the digital version, yeah, we've been building it in Unity.
Yeah, very good. They got straight to it. Yeah,
they've spotted
game's
that
made in
straight
Unity,
away.
yeah.
And Modmaz asks, will I only be able to earn cards in RuneScape via combat, or can I earn them from skilling too?
So again, again, we're going to think about that. We're going to think about the RuneScape integration, about how the cards can manifest in there, if it feels right at all. Quite frankly, you know, we've got some great ideas. We're going to test them. We're going to refine them, and see what works.
Yep.
Jeremy Walters, are we able to upgrade cards?
Interesting. Currently, that's not how the gameplay works.
No,
so
yeah.
the way we're portraying the game and how we feel is best is as a mini RPG. So once you go into the game, you start it, you've got your character at a base level, and you need to get them up using the cards. So the cards themselves are the things that you use to level your character up or add more things to them, give them weapons, give them traits, give them different abilities. And that's what we're using instead of upgrading the cards themselves. So think of the cards as a tool for upgrading your character.
Yeah, they're kind of like burners, one use per game. So, I mean,
exactly,
the upgrade thing might not really factor in that much.
But saying that you can bring in new cards at any point.
So yeah, once we get the game out to everybody, you'll be able to build your own decks, unlock new cards, get new card packs, will give you new exciting pieces of content, and you'll be able to build those into really interesting new ways of playing with RuneScape pieces of content.
And that's where the fun lies, isn't it? The combinations.
Absolutely. So we're hoping that there'll be a lot of cool and unique and quirky and really interesting play styles and tactics and strategies that come out of this game, and it's all about mixing those cards together, finding interesting ways of using them. And we're just going to give you, the players, just tons and loads of them in order to do that.
Okay, and we've got one more question from Roomy Mate. Is the Chronicle free? The Chronicle. Not Chronicle. The Chronicle. Is it free? And if not, how much will it cost?
Completely.
I mean, it's early days, isn't it?
So it's aimed to be a completely free-to-play game.
Yes.
And we're still going to be looking at the ways that we'll be able to buy things within the game.
Sure.
Obviously, the main one's going to be packs, but we'll look at that with the players and see how that evolves. So, but it's a free-to-play game in exactly the same way as RuneScape is today as well.
Okay, so as we've already said, it's a very exciting time for RuneScape fans. Chronicle is going to be just as popular, if not more, than the original game. It's going to be huge. If you want to know any more about it, all you've got to do is check out the Twitter account, which is @RSChronicle, and also there's the website, rschronicle.com. So if you any more information you need, or any more questions you want to put to the team, you can use those to do just that.
Thanks to Mod That Jim and Mod Fox 30. Thanks for coming and chatting to us.
You're
Thanks
welcome.
for unveiling such an exciting game. We're going to head over to the gaming room now and check out what's going on over there. See you in a bit.